All right, what's up, y'all? So you know that fitness and movement has to be a part of your strategy, your daily health habits to get the results that you want. But you may not be sure about how to go about it, or how often, or what to do. So today I'm going to share with you the power of staying active all day long with constant movement breaks. Now, the most beneficial thing that you can do, believe it or not, from a fitness perspective, is not necessarily join a gym and go beat yourself up for an hour every day. It is to get into the habit of moving frequently and having a mindset of staying active all the time. Now, as you learn to take breaks and stay active throughout the day, you pull yourself away from the stresses of work and life, which means that when you return, you're better and fresher for whatever the heck it is that you're working on. Also, staying active throughout the day gives you opportunities to get outside and get some sunlight, get some natural light into your eyes, get some sun on your skin, get some fresh air, which is going to improve your mood immediately and your health over the long term. Now, staying active throughout the day also helps you to break up the stagnant positions of sitting and standing, which both of them, if we do too long, can lead to deleterious health effects. Staying active all the time gives you opportunities to work on some of your strength-based skills, right? So if you're taking breaks and working on specific movement patterns that are strengthening your body and improving your skills and functionality, that's a huge win. And one of the things that we can all get excited about is, as we have this mentality of constant movement, we are helping to optimize our body composition because constant movement normalizes your blood sugar levels and keeps you in a fat-burning state more often, especially if you find a way to move after meals or after eating. Now, pro tip. Having a mindset of being constantly active gives you opportunities to habit stack your other health habits. And I'm telling you right now, nothing is going to add more to your fitness and more to your mental and emotional health than having this mentality of being constantly active all the time. All right, so your first goal is to determine the frequency of how often you're willing to and able to break up your day to take some movement breaks. So as you're considering taking movement breaks throughout the day, ask yourself what seems reasonable and doable. How many breaks can you take and how often? So here's some ideas. At a minimum, I might recommend 3 times per day, morning, midday, and evening. So we're talking about a morning walk, a midday break stepping outside, or a lunch break stepping outside, or a midday break doing something, and then an evening walk. You could also think in terms of getting some slight movement in right after every one of your meals. So again, breakfast, lunch, dinner. Or if you're eating 2 times a day, morning walk, and then after lunch and dinner or whenever you have those 2 meals. Now again, movement right after eating helps you to normalize your blood sugar levels and get back into a fat burning state faster. Now, even better than 3 times a day is going to be adding some movement in between those 3 times. So I'm talking morning activity, mid-morning, halfway between breakfast and lunch or morning and lunch, midday activity around lunchtime, mid-afternoon between lunch and dinner, and then evening. And then if you're doing really brain-intensive work, if you're doing deep work that requires a lot of focus and attention, ideal, optimal would be every 45 minutes to an hour. You stand up or you walk away from your desk and you take a break to do something. Now, pro tip. It doesn't matter where you are. You can always take a break. Goal number 2 is to set a reminder, an alarm, calendar event, or make a visual so that you're reminded to take breaks and so that you have some accountability. So you can pick which one of these makes sense for you, but I would highly recommend choosing one of them. So you can set a repeating alarm on your phone, you can set a repeating calendar event in your calendar, or you can write it on a big whiteboard, somewhere where you can see it on a regular basis. And then finally, goal number 3. Now, goal number 3 is to determine what exactly you would like to do during each one of those breaks. Now, keep in mind, pro tip, you don't have to do a lot. You just need to do something. So here's some more ideas. If nothing else, have a mentality. When it's your time to take a break, just go for a short walk. It could be a walk outside, it could be a walk around the building, it could be a walk down the hallway. You could also habit stack and take it as an opportunity to step outside, face the sun, get some sunlight into your eyes, get some sun on your skin, and get a breath of fresh air. And you could also habit stack and do some stretches that you're comfortable with. You could also do one of my favorite things to do, which is a top-down movement session. And I'll share a video with you on how to do that. That's probably the thing that I do most as I step outside and I get some sunlight and some fresh air. Now, if you got a couple of dumbbells laying around or a kettlebell or a couple of kettlebells or a backpack, you could do some movement with some weights. You could do a carry. You could do a plank hold with all its different variations. You could do some squats. You could do some deadlifts. You could do some presses overhead. You could do some pushes. You could do some pulls. You could choose to, on every day, focus on one specific movement for every break, or every day you could focus on a different movement for every break. And then finally, if you have access to it, steps are a great thing. You can go up and down the steps one time, or as many times as you have time for. And you could do a combination of any of these things. Again, the point is to be in a mentality of being constantly active throughout the day, because you know how beneficial it is for you. Figuring out how often you want to do that, and then showing up to each one of those breaks, doing something. It doesn't have to be long. It doesn't have to be intense. It's just got to be something. Because all that movement in a day adds up to cumulative movement, which is similar to having a workout, but probably even better because of all the fringe benefits that come along with it. All right, so questions, comments, feedback, and even snide remarks sent in my way, and keep it active and keep it real.